this entrepreneurship course, it made me realize that I could be my own boss, which will allow me to spend more time with my daughter. And that's something that's very important to me. When we went to that first selling day, that trip, when we were on, was it 29th Street, I came a little bit early. We should have been there like I think 12. I came around 11:30. And I started to go into the neighboring stores. And I went to this hat store and I saw like the different types of hats. I won't consider myself a fashionista, but I have my own sense of style, and it's kind of important to me. And I went and I was asking prices, and I was very interested. I asked for the business card, and then we went around buying our own stuff. And I felt I like having control of my life, rather myself be the authoritative person. So we went to buy stuff. I was able to choose a lot of stuff, and I love the teamwork also. It's not everybody working and saying I do this or whatever. We all work together, and I like that. Also with the selling days, there was times when customers would come and you had a customer, that was your sale, and you had to step back and remember this was a team effort, and that taught me to work well with a team. I decided to start selling my own hats. This is one of the hats I saw. Just like the magician, the majority of my sales, I get them in my neighborhood because I work in the neighborhood grocery. So there's a lot of customers who wear knit hats and they wear berets, and I use that as an opportunity to introduce myself, and also I introduce this course. And once they hear that, it's like hook, line, and sinker. Like anybody tells them I'm doing this with my class, I can say I can sell 2 hats, 2, 3 hats right off the back like that. I have some customers on campus that they're faithful. They bought 2, 3 hats. They're very supportive. Alina also supported me. She bought a knit hat. I was very appreciative of that. My mother, of course, my mother supports everything that I do. So at this point, I'm not even sure what business I want to start. I always knew that I wanted to start multiple businesses, but I'm still not sure. But like with speaking with Miss Katz, she, being unsure, she made me feel still confident in myself that, that when I decide whatever it is that I want to do, I'll be just fine. I noticed a lot of people spoke about failing. I don't hope to fail and I don't expect to fail because I feel like I have a lot of things riding on that. I want to live a specific lifestyle, and failure is just not what I see for myself in the future. But if I do fail, it's nice to know that I can regroup everything. Everything doesn't happen overnight. And I learned that when I got pregnant. I had my daughter, and I still went to school. My parents are very supportive of me, and they instilled in me that at least, working is good, but getting my education is number one. And I learned doing this side business of selling hats, within 2 days, I spent 1 or 2, and within 2 days, I broke over even. I spent 1 or 2, and I made almost $300. And I'm still selling hats. I had a customer come from my grocery to buy a hat yesterday. So it's not as quick. The turnover is not the same as the first time, but I am still selling gradually, which is great because I don't feel pressured, that I have to be selling every minute. The winter day, it was a rude awakening. I wasn't really happy, so I wasn't as not as aggressive to the customer. That taught me that that's something I have to work in within myself, whether it rains, snow, sunshine. If I have something to do, I have to get myself together and I have to do that. I am very determined, and like I said, I don't have room to fail. I have to succeed because I have other people depending on me, and it focuses me even when I'm discouraged and everything is not the greatest, because I have that little one depending on me, because I have to take care of her as well as take care of myself. I'm very heavily motivated, and I feel like that would be an asset to Ted in his business. Why I should be the entrepreneur of the semester. Like I said, I learned to work as a team. I see that I can have my own business, and a lot of people believe in me. A lot of people supportive of me, and I feel with all of that, I feel like that would be something to think about when he is taking those things into consideration of who should be the entrepreneur of the semester. Being an entrepreneur is what I feel is my sole purpose in this life. When I started going to Kingsborough, my major was business administration, but the concentration was supposed to be entrepreneurial studies. and the professor who's teaching that, he left the department, so I had to switch over to business administration. So it was like I was thrown in to something else. Business management is what I am right now, business management student, but I would rather be a student of entrepreneurial studies, and I would rather have this as my major than my concentration, taking like 2 or 3 or even 5 credits for these courses. So